Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thanks to the witnesses for being here. The politically sensitive nature of this issue, of course, has been well discussed, and I'm curious. I want to make it clear, but I'm curious from the folks from New York, the two counselors, if you are happy that we're having this hearing today here at the congressional level. Are you happy to be here today, sharing with your constituents, of course, but the rest of America, the need to discuss this issue?
I'm absolutely happy to be here today to discuss this issue because it really is a federal issue. This migrant crisis that we're facing in New York City should never be taken care of by the locality. Department of Homeless Services is not prepared to give services to over 120,000 migrants. And when you take...
We have a lot to cover, Ms. Williams. I'm going to come back to you. So, Ms.
Okay.
Williams, Councilor Williams, your thoughts? You're happy to be here today?
Absolutely happy, but I must say for the record, I am very highly insulted that they would look at Floyd Bennett Field, our national park, that we treasure in the southeast side of Brooklyn, and deem it not as good as Yellowstone. This is an insult on our community, and using this platform on our natural resources to counteract with each other is insulting.
You are happy to be here today to be able
Yes,
to share
I
your
am.
thoughts.
Thank you for having me.
If New York, it's one of the most wealthy communities, cities, metropolises in our country, is this challenged to find places to put these folks. What does that mean about the rest of the cities across the United States? What are they doing with the thousands upon thousands of people that are coming in each day? I don't want to ask you to hazard a guess, but this is not just New York's problem that we're facing, but it most assuredly is one that belongs before this committee. And I must say I resent my colleagues from across the aisle suggesting that we manufactured this hearing today, that it's somehow fabricated and phony, some sort of an opportunity to talk about one of the greatest problems that our nation now faces. And one of the things we say back home is, if you're in a hole, stop digging. And that means you gotta address the flow of thousands, millions of people across the border first. What we heard today, not one person, I don't think, on the other side of the aisle talked about the need to address border security first. Not one. A lot of talk about how we need a comprehensive system, a lot of talk about how unfeeling we Republicans are, but the truth of the matter is, we have to address the border first, because otherwise, what do we have to build upon when it comes to creating a comprehensive system? And you folks in New York City are one of the best bully pulpits to talk about the challenge that your communities face. So you, at this point, someone in the community has decided that the national park is the place to go, and thus it brings us in this committee to talk about it. And you've been asked repeatedly, is there some other thing to do? If the answer is no, I agree. That's what all the little communities are saying. The answer is no. We are out of space to put these thousands, these millions of people. Yet we did not hear that from the folks from the other side of the aisle. It amazes me because what we need to do is get control of the border. Now, either of you can talk about, please, Ms. Ariola, do I have it right? Do we need to control the border first so we can talk about comprehensive solutions second?
Absolutely.
And how would you be supportive of us focusing on ways of addressing asylum? Because as we all know, about 1 out of 10 persons granted asylum are entitled to it. 1 out of 10, and the other 9 disappear. And so the point of the matter is we are allowing in 90% more people than we should under the guise of asylum. We need to address it, yet we did not hear a peep about that. Instead, mere attacks upon Republicans for having the audacity to suggest that we should stop people at the border. But there's no other solution when there's no place for them to go, even in a place as wealthy as New York City. That's why I'm happy for this hearing today. Ms. Williams, you were cut off a number of times. I have 29. You have 28 seconds. Add what you want to say.
Well, I just want to say that's the whole thing. Asking all these questions and then wanting to get just a yes or no answer. I don't have...
Mike.
Sorry. I don't have a solution as to where to put them, but I'm very sure if we had the conversation from the bottom up or the top come down, including the state, the city, and the federal, we may get to some other solution. So when you don't give me an opportunity to answer correctly, and you then walk off, then it really tells me that, you're not really here based on the issue, again, of using our national park, which deemed as it's just an old airport runway. That's insulting to me and to the people that I represent in the southeast side of Brooklyn.
Thank you for your testimony. Yield back.
Gentlemen, as time's expired, the chair now recognizes the gentlelady from New Mexico, Ms. Ledger Fernandez. You're recognized for 5 minutes.